Crypto is one of the best and most balanced legends in Apex right now, but I also feel as though he can be the most challenging legend to learn and play. What's going on guys, it's Scott here and thank you for clicking this video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Crypto in Apex Legends. I'm going to cover Crypto's abilities in depth and the best way to use these to play Crypto properly. Crypto is definitely overlooked as being a very boring and passive legend. However, Crypto is just a complex legend to learn. Once you do learn him, I'm sure you'll be having a ton of fun playing as him, as it is a nice change of pace from the more picked legends such as Wraith or Gibraltar. As this video has been made during Season 7, any updates to Crypto that do come after this I will include in the pinned comment below. But I don't think there's any planned just at the moment. I've included timestamps in the video description below if there are any certain areas you would like to skip ahead to, and please feel free to check out my other legend guide videos by clicking on the screen now. So without further delay, let's get to it. All of Crypto's abilities rely on his tactical ability, which is his surveillance drone. Crypto's passive, which is called Neuralink, and his ultimate EMP both work off the surveillance drone, so without this he essentially has no abilities. So brushing up on your gun and movement mechanics as Crypto wouldn't be a bad idea. The surveillance drone is useful in its own right, but you want to be spending as little time as possible using this, which is something I feel people don't realise when playing Crypto and often spend too much time in the drone, making themselves vulnerable to enemy teams, as you can't control Crypto once you are using his tactical ability. However, stick around as we will be talking more about his abilities in just a moment. Crypto's passive ability is called Neuralink. Neuralink does require his drone to work, and it is what allows Crypto and his teammates to see what his surveillance drone detects up to a 30-meter distance. The drone will highlight any nearby doors, supply bins, traps, and enemies in its line of sight. Any enemies noticed by the drone will be highlighted with a red triangle, but on the enemy screen it will say drone detected, giving them a chance to shoot it down. Although your team can see the surveillance drone Neuralink's pings, this is only within the 30-meter range, so remember to ping any enemies that may be out of this range. Some important things to note with this ability is that enemies cannot be detected through Bangalore's smoke or Caustic's gas, and any enemies within Gibraltar's dome shield won't be highlighted should it come between them and the drone. For those Mirage mains you may come across, Mirage can't be detected while using his ult, and any decoys will be scanned but not shown as enemies. Neuralink will still be active even if Crypto isn't controlling the drone, so you can position your drone behind you or scout the area ahead to keep an eye on any enemies that may be coming that way and help provide some extra recon for you and your team. However, as Crypto is a recon character, he can also use his drone to scan survey beacons, and this will complete the action almost instantaneously. You can scan beacons without the drone, but this will take 7 seconds to complete, just like whenever using any other recon legend. As we've talked about it already, Crypto's tactical ability is the surveillance drone, in which his other abilities do rely on. The surveillance drone has 60 health, and this only regens when the drone is recalled by Crypto. So if it's taken a few shots already, but you've got it to safety, bear that in mind. The surveillance drone has a range of up to 200 meters from Crypto, and at 240 meters the drone will automatically be recalled by Crypto, and any drone recall always takes 3 seconds. Crypto can recall the surveillance drone at any time, even when performing other actions, such as healing or even shooting other people. If your drone is shot down, there is a 40-second cooldown before you can use your surveillance drone again, so it is quite a big penalty considering all of Crypto's abilities rely on it. The surveillance drone can be used to open doors and supply bins, so you can look around for loot and ping this back to your team. Of course, you can't pick this up for yourself while in the drone. One of the major advantages of playing Crypto is that you can actually pick up teammates' death banners and respawn them at a beacon instantly while using his drone. I don't need to tell you how useful this can be, especially since the drone doesn't take any storm damage. So if there's a beacon just on the edge of the storm, you can revive your teammates and not take any damage from it. extremely useful if you do like to play a more supportive role within your team. One other huge thing that Crypto can do while using his drone is the drone vision to ping Apex banners located around the map. By looking at these banners in Crypto's drone, it will tell you how many squads are in a 200 meter radius of Crypto, so that's Crypto himself and not his drone. You can then ping this back to your teammates to tell them as well. This is something you should be doing when rotating around the map and positioning to new areas. Quickly hop into Crypto's drone, take a look at the banners and then ping this back to your team and hop back out of the drone. It's super useful and one of the major advantages of playing Crypto. While you are in drone view, your weapons will be reloaded for you, starting with the currently equipped weapon should they need to be. If you do take any damage while piloting the drone, it will force you out of it, giving you at least some chance to fight the enemy. If you want to pop your drone up super fast and leave it in the position you are, you can hold your tactical button and it will fire up your drone, then immediately take you out of drone view. It's not something I use too often, but it's definitely something useful to know. After activating Crypto's tactical, you still have a couple seconds to move before entering drone view. So you don't necessarily have to be in the perfect corner, as you can still be moving into position while activating it. A lot of effort does go into these guide videos, so if you are enjoying the video and you are finding it useful, please do give it a like and let me know in the comments below. Please feel free to check out some of my other content and guide videos, and if you do enjoy those, please do consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. If you are interested, my socials are in the description, so check those out if you want to join me live on Twitch or follow me on Twitter. Crypto's ultimate ability is where he really comes into his own and as aggressive legend, as opposed to just as recon and support role. As previously mentioned, Crypto's ultimate is a drone EMP. The EMP has a 30 meter radius and takes 3 seconds to charge after being activated before detonating. The EMP deals 50 shield damage but no health damage should they not have any shields left, slows players and disables any traps. It will affect all players including Crypto himself, who will take damage from it just as the enemy would, even through any walls and cover. If your teammates are in the 30 meter radius, it will not deal damage to them, but will have the same slow effect it gives to everyone else, and the slow does roughly last around 1 to 2 seconds. The radius of the blast is the same as Neuralink's 30 meter radius, so if the enemy is detected through your drone, you know they will be affected by the EMP. As it does have a 3-minute charge time, it may be worth carrying around a couple ultimate accelerants, so you can always have an EMP to hand. The best way to use the EMP is with an EMP push. If you know you're closing in on another team or about to third party a fight, stay just out of the 30 meter radius and drop your EMP in there. That 50 shield damage on all your enemies will really give you an advantage to the fight. You can also leave your drone up in the middle to keep an eye on where the enemies may be. By using an EMP, it will normally scatter all the enemies, as people tend to try and run away from it. This gives you a better chance to take a team down one by one, as opposed to fighting all 3 at once. With you and your team just waiting on the edge of the EMP, it means you can run in without any slowed effect and have an even bigger advantage in an aim to get the fight over quicker and less chances of being third partied. Another way to use Crypto's EMP is to do a self EMP. It's not ideal, but sometimes you might find yourself low on health and hear a third party coming your way, or you just need to get out of a sticky situation. By dropping the EMP on yourself, it will cause the enemy to either back off and run in the opposite direction, or hopefully give you those extra few seconds to try and get away so you have the chance to reposition and heal up. Having spent some more time with Crypto, I honestly think he's an extremely overlooked legend who can be very useful in many situations. There's times where I've switched to another legend and thought Crypto would be useful in this scenario. I would consider him one of the harder legends to get to grips with, but once you do, I can assure you he's a ton of fun to play and a very useful legend to have on your team. Also, if you're aiming for higher damage games, dealing that extra 100 or 150 damage on a team's shields will really add up. I honestly think Crypto is in a really good sweet spot right now and don't see him being nerfed or buffed anytime soon, but as I mentioned before, I will keep you updated with the pinned comment below. That's my ultimate guide to playing crypto in Apex Legends. Experiment with crypto yourself and go over any tips you may need to again. As I mentioned, do check out my other guide videos, there's a couple of them out there, and again, it might be something you find useful. I hope this guide helped you out or did teach you something new, and if you do have any further questions, be sure to pop them in the comments below. But for now, thank you for watching and I hope to see you next time.